your coach. He used to be at Texas. Charlie Strong is Texas's coach. He used to be at UF. How bad does Jeremy Foley want to call the new AD at Texas and say, trade ya? But, there was actually a benefit to UF being terrible last year. I mean, the offense was putrid. You saw David put the stats up there. I was sleeping during that point, but someone told me. But there's a benefit to having that bad of an offense. We didn't have to see Will Muschamp's man boobs during those terrible chest bumps. So, all that net win for us. To keep the night moving, we welcome in the coach of the University of Florida, Andy Treadwell.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, ESPN overlords. Where's the remote? I need a little. There we go. All right. Why? The SEC Network. It is, in fact, ESPN 8, the Ojo. All right, now let's just get right to it, shall we? Last year sucked. Florida season was worse than a David Levy PowerPoint. There was a 13-year-old girl in the Little League World Series with a better arm than the quarterback we finished the season with. Last year was brutal. Sure, I feel you out there, seasoned Florida fans, grumble, grumble. Should have been around during the Charlie Pell 0-10-1 disaster, grumble, grumble. Yeah, look, 0 losses to Division II teams. Seriously, even the CEO of the Malaysian Airlines is like, oh yeah, Will Muschamp is on the hot seat. And Coach Boone deserves it. That's what happens when you barely win more games than Aaron Hernandez has murders. Put it this way. 2013 was so bad for my Gators that I wrote Ron Zook a really nice apology letter. Dear Zooker, thanks for never losing to a Division II team at home. Regards, Andy. FSU winning the national title and UCF winning a BCS Bowl were just candles on the crap cake of our year. Noel Schadenfreude has never been higher. I swear I could sell a few thousand ketchup and mustard colored t-shirts that real big say, Florida lost to Georgia Southern, and then real tiny underneath, we won the national championship too. Florida Atlantic. Let me add my warm welcome to Coach Howard Schnellenberger. Absolutely, give it up. The Kiwanis Roast continues to grow in prestige to have the original godfather of FAU football and the original pimp daddy of Miami football. Now, when I found out that Coach Schnellenberger was going to be here, you know who I really felt bad for? Was Armand. 2 years of Burt Reynolds and now Coach. Armand, pal, you might as well just start calling your mustache runner-up. Now, Coach Schnellenberger is a legend of the game and very deserving of his recent honors. Did you know that he has never lost a college bowl game? Or a game in the USFL. Still too soon, Coach. And hey, Coach, there's one more thing I gotta ask. You think your successor misunderstood when you told him it was okay to enjoy the occasional pipe? Hey, look, a news anchor and then Emerson. So it's always a little weird to see a coach go in the middle of the season because of alleged drug use with students. Mid-season departures are usually reserved for those who lose a 6th straight game at home to a Division II team that didn't complete a pass. I suppose the FAU AD had no choice when a 4-star recruit named Mary Jane kept showing up on the official visit. She was probably a kicker. UCF, great year, Knights. Absolutely. Go ahead and put that golden back in your name, fellas. You earned it. I do think that all the success went to your head a bit, as shown by graphics like this one. Let's hold off on the powerhouse program talk until we see a little bit of the post-Bortles era. A kid who can make the Jacksonville Jags look good is going to be hard to replace. Also, you won the Fiesta Bowl. Let's not forget that a team from Idaho managed to win that twice. Here's how much of a powerhouse you are. The Vegas preseason national championship odds had FSU at 11-2, Florida at 40-1, Miami at 75-1, and UCF at a nice payoff of 500-1. Or the same as your I-4 rival, South Florida. For the record, FAU did have odds listed, but they are Carl Pelini high. Put it this way, FAU is more favored to win the English Premier League. Anybody else curious as to how George O'Leary listed that BCS Bowl victory on his resume? I bet he didn't even lie. Probably just says UCF, 2014 Fiesta Bowl champions, comma, suck it Notre Dame. For those of you out there who didn't get that joke, please know I enjoyed saying, suck it Notre Dame. Miami. So the 4-year Devin Shapiro saga finally ended with a... The NCAA threw down such a tiny hammer, even Casey Anthony and George Zimmerman think you got away with one. To make myself feel better about it, I remind me that Wake Forest has more ACC titles than Miami. So good luck with that defensive coordinator of yours, Mark D'Onofrio, whose D's have ranked 116th of 120 in defense for 2 straight seasons. What do you expect from a guy whose name broken down looks like D? Oh no, Frio! Oh, shut up, Rashad, let me go. I've suffered through all of this. So I popped into my local Walgreens the other day, and I noticed that they're now the official pharmacy of the University of Miami. Talk about big strides. The youth association with drugs is now through an actual licensed supplier. Miami has also unleashed some crazy-ass indoor football league helmets. These things make late nights on South Beach look modest. The best part, they have nicknames. Juice and Surge. Your helmets sound like a steroid cycle. But I suppose as names go, it could always be worse. FSU's new helmet nicknames are Alibi and Consent. Alright, Canes, what the hell is this thing? It looks like a Muppet STD. Warning, if this mascot shows up at your end zone, consult your Walgreens pharmacist immediately. Now, with new helmets and a new mascot comes a whole new team attitude, which includes a dance party atmosphere in the weight room. I'm not even shocked, that screams Miami. Hurricane football, we're like a rave, only our drugs now legally come from Walgreens. FSU. Wow, what can I say? Congrats, really. Undefeated, national champions, and a Heisman Trophy winning kleptomaniac that maybe kind of sort of only a little bit raped someone. Yeah, I hear you, Noel fans. No felony charges were pressed. But come on, that's only because the Tallahassee PD are all graduates of the Donald Sterling Richie Cognito School of Sensitivity. FSU is so corrupt, their president up and left in the middle of the night to go to Penn State. Have we heard enough about crab legs tonight? Because I sure haven't. Thanks for that, James with an I. What the hell was this kid thinking? Did he know that chicken tenders were on sale that day? Damn, if Auburn had only ran the Publix prevent. Now, all seafood jokes aside, let's talk about this allegation of Jameis Winston stealing soda from Burger King in a ketchup cup. Mind blown. I love it. This kid steals the most bizarre shit. No wonder he has a mandatory FSU babysitter. Now, to top this whole series of events off, FSU's marketing team ingeniously decided to have a free-for-all Ask James event on Twitter. Oh, that was going to turn out well. The one thing I didn't notice was questions from the Tallahassee PD, so I suppose they're saving their questioning for 6 months from now.
Oh!
Fun fact, Jameis Winston has more Tomahawk helmet stickers than any Knoll in history. You get 1 for a big play, 2 for touchdowns, 3 for a national award, and 25 for beating a felony charge. Extra if Willie Mick showboats on your behalf at a press conference. But Jameis does not make a team, so let's take a quick break to focus on these 2 academics. That's right, in the middle of a game last season, these players were caught by the cameras enjoying a round of hangman. Or as they call it, catching up on homework in English composition. And finally, FSU's secret weapon to your championship season. No, it wasn't Jimbo Fisher tactics or Jameis Winston play. It was red lightning. Yeah. Oh, wow. No! I'll sit down for Chad. Referee stop. Open your eyes, Rob!
All right, great job. One more round of applause. Andy Treadwell. Your applause will determine the 1-minute lightning round of additional jokes that everyone has prepared except David Levy. Let me just go all the way with my good stuff earlier. And, of course, our raffles. So, round of applause on who you would like to hear 1 more minute of material from.
Number 3.
Let's shout him out. From FAU's Armand Grossman, let me hear you. Let's be ending up in golf now. Florida State University's David Levy. Usually his wife claps. University of Miami, Chuck Fountain. Third place. UCF's Emerson Valencia. That was loud. I don't know. Might take a big rousing ovation to defeat that. What do we think about University of Florida's Andy Treadwell?
Right back up here. I got a small minute, but before I get to that, I want to say that I asked Chuck 3 weeks ago to step in for the Miami coach because they were looking for a Miami coach, and he did come in, but he didn't believe me that a joke that I wrote for him would land. So I want to give you a Miami joke from a Miami perspective. Now this is the 24th Kiwanis roast, right? That should be really significant to you Florida fans because it's divisible by both Florida and Fort Lee. He was right.
You said the math too fast for the Florida State people.
Let's end with this. I heard that FSU has unveiled a new logo this year, and you know what? I heard some fans were upset by the new logo, but I want to be here to tell you that I like the new logo. I think it's a good move for you all, and I got 5 reasons why, okay? So let's say goodbye to an old friend, and say hello to a new friend. Our top 5 reasons why this logo is better. Number 5, teeth! Dentures no more, FSU logo. Number 4, hair. Less Mel Kiper, more Ziggy Stardust. Number 3, war paint. It actually looks like paint, not raw bacon face. Number 2, an actual feather. Yeah, stop waving that weird white flag from your ear. Start waving bird cards. And number 1, the best reason why the new FSU logo is great, because you picked a famous, respected Seminole native to model your logo after. Freddie Mercury. Thank you guys, I love being here.
Good job, all our coaches. If you could welcome up to the Lions, our co-chair of the evening, to announce the raffle winners.